So when picking out this gear and all this other stuff, so like I said, that guy right there is been to me. I mean, you got to ask Corporal's Corner. And like I said, that guy's got y'all fucked up. Like I said, you can always tell what people are copying off other people to do what they have to do. But my whole point is that, like I said, being a former Marine, being a Sea Cadet, I've done Sea Cadets. My grandfather basically got me and Philip, this, that, and the other, but Philip stopped going, and I kept going. Being basically what's called an explorer, which still, this nut still doesn't quite get it, and he'll try to find something on TV to be even better, or he done already scoped out some bullshit and all this other stupid ass fucking shit. Being an explorer, being a scout, being an explorer, which is technically next step above. That's when these programs actually existed when we were kids. Being an explorer, being ROTC, being military, and law enforcement, a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Programs I did as a kid growing up to my teens. So that's why I said, I know what I'm talking about, building a bug out bag. But the problem is, like I said, like I tell everybody, I show everybody my list since I've been stuck here, been held hostage by a bunch of stupid ass fucking retards acting a fool trying to make me join their Charles Manson fucking society. So, and understanding the way this guy did what he did, this James Yeager, and supposedly police officer, I don't know. People can lie. People have lied about a whole bunch of bullshit on fucking YouTube. I've tried to warn everybody. But some butt bitch out here wants to fucking whatever. He trying to block every fucking thing I do and shit. Then he stick his little retarded head on TV. Buying this gear, then you need to know how it works. But like I said, I've shown you what iodine tablets can actually do. I want everybody to see it. I bought brand new smart bottles of water, dumped the fuckers, went out there, dumped it, went out there, picked the water up, put it in there. Water looked clear as fuck. That water still looked clear. I got one from an industrial park, an industrial park pond. It's not an industrial park, but technically they call it the same thing. It's a pond belonging to a business. So they call those industrial ponds. And I knew for a fact the pH level was going to be high in it. Just to show you the pH level. Then you got some guys out there supposedly, oh, I checked the pH, this, notice, no years, this, that, and all of a sudden there's quick views on it. I think somebody figured out a way to bypass that bullshit and just put a number up there. See, like I said, dude, I already know about this stuff because I studied it. Being a junior lifeguard, the old system required that we test water constantly, every so many hours. Let's see, you do free swim for what, 30 minutes, the way it used to be, depending on the size of the pool and how many people in there. So you do free swim for about 30, maybe 40 minutes. Then you get everybody out the pool. Then go in there with your little testers. See if I can find it. Shut up, faggot. Now he bringing his little butt bitch animals out here. He thinks he's doing the, he think he bringing the spirit in. So you see these? This is what we had to use to test the waters. All except that's like a 2-dip. The other ones had like 4 chambers. Some had 6 chambers. 5-way test kit. So this is how we used to do it. We weren't using test strips. Then they take your junior lifeguards, or they take what's called, they usually take a regular. Your lifeguards would take a regular. They didn't want to get in the water or something. They say, hey man, do me a favor. Swim down to the bottom. Swim all the way down to the bottom, take the caps off, let it fill up, put the cap back on, take the other one off, let it fill up, turn around, go back to the top, and then they turn around, they do their test. Like I said, just because this retard stole every fucking thing I got out here, he still think I can't prove it. Well, see, that's always a record of when you do shit like that. Shut up, shithead. So I said, you just can't technically turn around and stick a strip. When it comes to a pool, the depth of the pool, this, that, and everything else, test strips are not going to do it because water's going to settle in different ways when you get in the pool. Because you got most of the sediment that'll work its way down. That changes. So when you get down further down in the bottom of the pool, that's the reason why I used to always make it. You know, sometimes they scoop at the top, do a little test. Then they have one of us idiots, or they'll jump in the water, go down, fill it up, bring it up, so they can test different levels. Being a junior lifeguard, like I said, I learned all that stuff. I lied about my age. I was 10 when it should have been 12. And this butt bitch who follows me around doing this stupid shit on fucking, doing YouTube, because I met Mary Lou Retton a long time ago. So I'm just like, whenever I watch, he just butts in. See, and that's why I said these stupid fucks here in Topeka, Kansas, these Charles Mansons running around here. And like I said, this fucking idiot is too much of a butt bitch to tell the truth to his little retards. So he keeps trying to find, like I said, all these idiots got their little thumbs twiddling. Like 8,000 of them, they all trying to beat me at something. I'm like, for what, dude? You can't. That was a long time ago, just like I keep proving. Every time I keep proving shit like this, when I bring up, like I said, Go For You, dehydrated meals, they've been around. Now, since this idiot seems to only understand TV spoofs, there's an actual combat movie out there where they were sending them dehydrated meals. All except it's not like we do today. They're in cans. Nope, they've been around a long time. Concept of dehydrated meals go way back. All right, oh, it's way over there, ain't it? Excuse me for a sec. See, but you can't tell this idiot nothing because he's not going to pay attention. That's why I said you got a nut running around here who's training these other fucking idiots out here to be exactly that, stupid and retarded. And he hates that word. Can't stand that word, being stupid. And you got a whole bunch of other people out there on YouTube training you guys to do the wrong things that's going to get you killed. Flat out. Some are informative, but you've got so much shit you got to go through in order to find the right people. And if you don't know what to listen for, if you don't know, then you're going to believe this fucking idiot. And these fucking idiots are copying other fucking idiots. Just like I said, concepts go way back. Like I said, they said, I Go For You. They said 1954 when it first aired. Okay, if 1954 is when this thing, and they're talking about dehydrated meals. Okay, that shows you how far back the concept goes. Scouting, camping, this, that, and everything. Back in those days, everybody was doing some form of camping way back in the days. And now they're making this shit look so fucking glamorous to do all this fucking stupid shit that you fucking idiots not paying attention to. That's why I said I got this fake ass butt bitch on my Facebook wall that won't leave. And the rest of these little fake ass faggots running around here. Because some butt bitch thinks he's a super spook. He thinks he's a super bitch. And that's the reason why I fucking laugh. Like I said, it's like somebody out here hates real military people. He hates them. This motherfucker pissed off at the fucking world that he didn't get to do that shit. Oops. And he'll click and clack. He's got speakers all around my apartment and shit. I just got a small click. Let's see, the wind's not blowing, so normally if the wind blows real hard, it kind of makes it creaks. This fucker can't stand real military people. He can't. He That's why I said him and some of them fucking retards, they're all the same crew on YouTube. Gotta clean my glasses. My cat likes to say no or yes across my fucking deal there. But they all trying to figure out ways to poison you. Everybody think they got voodoo powers. That's why I said when you're dealing with a bunch of retards, most of these motherfuckers cabaret butt bitches with problems. So, like I told him, I'm tearing your shit apart. Whatever fucking little ass fuck and his little inbred family out here who wanted to do all this stuff. Now you're gonna try to force me. This idiot's gonna try and force me to use Google. I'm gonna make you do it. Okay, when I tear your shit apart, don't get pissed off. So now him and his little retards running around here, all of them trying to beat me at something. Like, dude, whatever you do, you're not gonna do it. I'll just go back in time. They go to Nut next door. He's slamming the Megan on the walls and shit. I'm just gonna go back in time every time. I'm gonna show you, prove it, dude. This shit's already been fucking done. So I said, I'll keep going back in time on you every time. I'll pull up, like I said, he's got me set up on what's called an intranet system. So he can pick and choose what he wants to send or let me see or this, that, and everything else. Like I said, I'll go back in time every fucking time. That's what I said. They all sitting around twiddling their thumbs. So I pulled up something called Time for Timer. Look at that. There's old commercials. Basically, it wound up being what's called an after-school special. And then Time for Timer is, like I said, just hanging around, sitting around, just twiddling your thumbs like the rest of these fucking idiots running around here. You want the experience of camping? You've never done it before? Like I said, find a park ranger or find an experienced camper. Don't let somebody tell you some bullshit. There's a guy we came across called Steve Eds. I went to junior high school with, and technically he supposedly took my son camping, and I started asking my son all these questions. He goes, "No, he didn't do none of that." I was like, okay. I just laughed. One of them fake Marines running around here and shit. Gotta prove. No. See all them clowns, they all sitting around here. That's why I said everywhere I go, any place I go in this city, they all sitting there watching. They got themselves posted everywhere. Listening to any word I say, anything I say, anything I fucking do. And I keep telling you, dude, shit's already been done. Now, if you go back to the concept of those dehydrated meals, this, that, and the other, like I said, the old space adage way back in the day was one drop and the whole meal pops up. Because all this idiot seems to understand is TV spoofs for some reason. I have no clue. I have no rhyme or reason as to what's going on. But like I said, doing what these guys are doing, they're making this shit look glamorous as hell. Like I pointed out before, getting all this gear, I got being sponsored, blah, 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 blah. Now, those same people I look for, you can't find them. This just in, you got other people out there saying, not being sponsored, these people aren't sponsoring me, this, that, and the other. So now they're starting to show up on my side. Dude, like I said, if you got 15,000 people on YouTube all receiving the same fucking gear, everybody receiving the same fucking gear, that's more than $1 million fucking dollars in revenue that they're losing. It's too much. And that idiot, like I said, these idiots run around here because that broken pentagram says they can do whatever the hell they want to anybody they want to and anything. I've done all these things, and like I said, it can be verified through my records because all those programs had to be listed. It says list all associations, programs, And when they go back and do their background check, they go back and they check everything. So if I say I've done this, there's a record of it somewhere. And they check. See, this idiot thing, just because he stole everything that's mine, pictures, memorabilia, whole bunch of other crazy ass shit. On my Facebook wall, you'll see a bunch of Marines. I actually I was in the Marine Corps with. As far as childhood pictures, this, that, and everything else, they were all stolen supposedly by a girl I lived with because she went nuts and she liked stealing everybody's pictures. But then some other butt bitches out there stealing pictures, all the military pictures. And then some fake little ass turd running around here trying to fake his bullshit. But he's still trying to convince his little retards running around here that he did all that. I'm like, no, you didn't. You had one butt bitch walking next to me saying, I was right there with you. I'm like, bitch, you were never there. And that fucking idiot still won't tell the truth. They all walk around here spraying themselves with chemicals and shit and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, and they swear up and down they're being hotshot deuce assassins and killers and every fucking thing else. They show you just how stupid these people are. That's what they do. No, that's what they do on TV. Then his retard learned something new that, guess what? We don't do experiments on ourselves. Civilians volunteer for those experiments. We don't do that shit. Nope, he tried to make me talk out another TV spoof. We don't do that. That's what I said. When you look up sarin gas, fucking, what's some of that other, nerve agent, sarin gas, this, that, all those deadly gases and stuff like that. Civilians volunteer. We don't test it on ourselves. We don't do those type of experiments on us. Civilians volunteer for it. Even if it's just a fucking trial test. They still don't until it's conclusive. That's why most trial tests take about 15 fucking years before they actually give it to us. It's about 15 years. All it does is make for a good showpiece on TV. Now these idiots out here, like I said, still pissed off, so I played some old Looney Tunes dealing with witches, motherfuckers coming up with poisonous potions, and then these stupid fucks out here are actually trying to do the exact same fucking thing. And I'm like, dude, that shit'll kill you. All that shit, these little cartoons, like I said, all these books on witchcraft, like I keep telling you over and over again, are remakes of actual fucking TV shit. Witchcraft does not exist, people. It never has. It's a dead art. It doesn't exist, but it makes for good entertainment. That's just what it does. Some people out there are messed up in the fucking brain. They're messed up. Just like these idiots running around here. So that's it. They're messed up in the brain. That's why you got so many copycats on fucking YouTube. One idiot sent me a message back on my wall and shit. Dealing with, Ask Corporal Kelly and shit and all this other crazy shit. Well, they turn around and just make it better. No, it won't. When they're speaking everything verbatim, everybody's going to learn a shortcut in their own way. That's why I said, when he hooked up that so-called tent, he did it exactly the way the manual said do it. That's why I knew he was full of shit. He's not a real Marine, or he was never a grunt. He was probably an office pose. They don't go out to the field. They never go to the field. They have to stay in the office. Everybody else is out in the field. They have to stay here and run everything while everybody's out in the field. I know. I was called what they call office bitch. That's the term that we use for each other. It's a bad term. We have to stay back, run the office. Everybody else is out in the field training. See, but you can't tell these idiots any fucking thing because they've been getting away with their bullshit for so fucking long, so many fucking years. They're stuck. They're so narrow-minded and stuck in the brain that they can't do nothing else. So they keep doing the same retarded shit every day. And you guys keep doing the same thing too. I went to the deal up there and one of the little pygmies was in a pygmy suit and spoke the exact same damn words I was saying. Same exact words that I told my kid to turn around and If they're on there looking for stuff to try to find the source, which is cool, it's worded perfectly. It's worded perfectly. You have to figure out where they get this from. Where this person do this. When you see all these people out here trying to do the exact same things, rule number one is you can't build those forts in these parks. You can't. In any of our parks out here, they'll tell you it's a powder keg. Can't do it. So, one idiot, I said, since he's still talking shit because he thinks he's fucking Mr. V for Vendetta and fucking Patty Hearst and a whole bunch of other crazy ass stupid shit, because he's got a date rape kit and can turn anybody into a stupid idiot. That you see these guys out here, you see most of these guys supposedly overseas, a lot of moss every fucking where. So first thing you got to think about is where does that type of moss grow? One kid came back and he hopped out his car, was going to Walmart and shit, just to check on some friends and shit. And he had this big shirt. They always do this. They call it throwing brainwaves. They get right in your face, try to make you read. So, and okay, stupid. Come on, Super Spook. So he picked Seattle, where most of that type of, all overseas, where all that moss grows. Technically, you have that in Canada. Towards Seattle area, move further up, you'll find areas with a lot of moss. So that's it. So now you know what region they're actually doing most of the stuff. Now you come over here, still in those same areas, they tell you can't do it. In the United States, most of those areas are reserved. They're reserved areas, part of our national parks, and you can't build those forts unless you have permission to do it. So when you think about all this stuff, when you think about doing all this stuff, all this gear, so like I said, the ultimate bug out bag is a 72-hour set, because you got gloves, you got glasses, you got fucking Mylar bags, they've got emergency ponchos, some come with emergency ponchos, you've got 100-hour candles or wax candles, you've got an emergency radio, you've got enough food, water to last you for 72 hours. But if you get the five-person bag for 72 hours, you just increase your odds to 15 days. Now, husband and wife carry the bags. Okay, now you got 30 days worth of food. Then you take the little junior bags that supposedly they have out here, for 3 or 4 or 5 days or this, that, and the other. And your kids all carry a bag. If they're strong enough to carry a three-person bag or a one-person bag, well, you just increase your odds close to them. You ration everything just right. And you've got fucking water purification tabs. You've got some come with fucking those purifying straws. They got everything you need right there. Only thing you have to worry about is what time of the year and conditions in which you have to bug out in. See, so like I said, some of these guys are talking military. No, you have to think civilian. You cannot think military on any of this shit. You have to think civilian. Military will save you because the knowledge is there. So when these guys tell you that they're military and all this other crazy stuff and they're doing all this shit, no, those military factors are not going to do it, because military combat means basically in survival situations, you may have to take somebody else's gear to utilize it in order to survive. You're trying to get away from all that. If you come up to that situation, the world's already gone to hell. You're done. You're done. These combat suppression bandages and combat fucking type medical kits, are you plan on going to combat? And I keep telling you, you use that shit. I even pulled up a Korean movie just to show. But if you need an idea, buy Tears of the Sun, buy that, and you'll see the different type of bandages that they use. A lot of people are buying Israeli bandages for this, that, and everything else. If you have to start applying bandages like that, I keep saying over and over again, you have to apply those type of bandages. Somebody has to apply them to you. And of course, this idiot will try to find, he always does this tit for tat shit because he's screwed up in the brain. He's out here trying to prove his bullshit. I'm sitting there laughing at his little retarded ass every day. All these people are doing running around there carving people up and wearing their skin like fucking human taxidermy suits so they can look like different people. I got a nut with a speaker who keeps talking about himself in third and fourth party. I'm like, okay, dude, you're crazy. So I said, this idiot think he can drive anybody crazy. Because he came up with what I call a date rape kit. And you can't tell this idiot, this little pygmy, any damn thing, nothing. Because he about 3 foot fucking nothing. He got a whole bunch of these little nuts. They all went crazy. Like I said, got tired of getting picked on. So, go crazy. Do what they do on TV. Shut up, turd. So like I said, it's up to you guys.